everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Saints are top 10 at defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Bucs, who will need to solve that secondary.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First down, Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Prescott now on second down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Prescott on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. first and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting through. And he'll go backwards. Losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keith Marshall with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Three and a half to go, first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate.
And look out. I think he's going to go. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Mahomes now on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down now after the pass completion. A give to Bell. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, They're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Throwing. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Marshall. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Keith Marshall, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mahomes going to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hand.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Keith Marshall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second down, here's Mahomes. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A gain of 32 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Two minutes to go here in... The first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Detroit. Detroit. Now let's go. Check.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Hyde, 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Gano's kick is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll run with Marshall. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 3-19. Mahomes to throw on second down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try the right side with Bell. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here we go now.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On first down, Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Watch left. Stop right there. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now here's Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Blue 90.
Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he lost the football. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And here's Marshall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to go for a big play down, and this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Left. Watch left. Here we go. Wide in. 16. We're going to 54. Wide in. We're going to 54. Wide in.
Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Prescott off play action. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And again, it's Prescott. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Marshall. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Take 4, take 4. Single, single. Here we go. Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Double tight. Double tight. There we go. There we go. Going to 53. Kill, kill. There we go. Going to 54.
Now Marshall trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and their lead will swell up to 28. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. A first down throw for Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Aaron Lynch, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So 2nd and 10 here.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And now here is another interception. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Set! Green, 30 now. Got three down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 10 yards still left on second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Mahomes now on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Goes underneath for Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. That one goes for 36 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
Yeah.
because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.